The storm rumbles softly in the distance as Olivia stands on the porch, a warm, practiced smile on her face as Laura opens the door. The glow from inside the house spills onto the porch, casting comforting golden light against the darkening sky. The scent of something faintly floral lingers in the air, mixing with the crisp autumn wind. "You must be Olivia," Laura beams, stepping aside. "Yes. Thank you so much for having me," Olivia says, adjusting the strap of her bag. Her voice is light, cheerful. "This house is beautiful," Laura chuckles, closing the door behind her. "Oh, it's nothing fancy. We're just happy to finally get a night out. Our usual sitter cancelled last minute, so you're a lifesaver." "No problem at all. I love babies," Olivia says, her eyes scanning the cozy, well-decorated living room. "I used to volunteer in the nursery at my church." Ben walks in, holding baby Evie. The baby's big round eyes blink sleepily, her tiny fingers curling as she lets out a soft coo. Olivia's expression softens immediately. "Oh my gosh, look at her," Olivia coos, stepping forward carefully, gently touching Evie's tiny hand. "She's so adorable." Laura sighs in relief. "She's usually pretty calm. We left some milk in the fridge just in case." "And emergency contacts?" Olivia asks, her fingers still brushing against Evie's palm as the baby grips onto her. Laura hands over a small note card. "Everything's here. We should be back by midnight," Ben chuckles. "That sounds so ominous," Laura laughs. "I just mean, don't wait up for us." They all share a warm, wholesome moment before Laura kisses Evie's forehead, and she and Ben slip out the door, their excited chatter fading as they step into the night. The house falls silent. The warmth in Olivia's eyes vanishes. She lets out a slow breath, her posture shifting from welcoming to something more calculated. The corners of her lips, which had been turned up in a friendly grin, settle into something neutral, almost detached. She walks over to the crib, placing her fingers on the edge, gazing down at Evie with an eerie stillness. "You have no idea what's coming, do you?" Her voice is different now, quieter, lower, less human. She reaches into her bag and pulls out a different baby blanket, not one from this house. She lifts Evie, slowly, carefully, reverently. The baby shifts slightly in her sleep, her tiny chest rising and falling. "I've waited so long for you." She tucks the baby into her blanket, adjusting the folds with precision, as if she's done this before. And then, Evie giggles. Olivia stops. The baby shouldn't be laughing. A strange weight presses against Olivia's chest. The lights flicker, casting jagged shadows across the walls. A whisper curls around her ear. "Where are you taking her?" Olivia spins around. Nothing. Her heartbeat quickens as she tightens her grip on Evie and hurries to the front door. Her fingers wrap around the doorknob. Locked. She twists harder. The lock won't budge. The metallic handle is ice cold under her fingertips. A prickling sensation crawls up the back of her neck. She hurries to the back door, also locked. A thin layer of sweat forms on her palms. Why won't they open? "Come on," she mutters, forcing a nervous laugh. This isn't funny. She moves to the windows. Won't open. Her breath turns shaky as she presses her hands against the glass. Her own reflection stares back at her. But for a second, just a second, the reflection doesn't move. A slow, creeping chill spreads through her bones. A soft creak echoes through the hallway behind her. Olivia turns sharply. A floorboard groans above her. Someone is upstairs. The air in the room feels denser now, pressing against her skin like a suffocating weight. A distant humming starts, so low it feels like it's coming from beneath the floorboards. The lights flicker more violently, casting grotesque, shifting shadows on the walls. She inches toward the stairs, her breath coming in shallow gasps. With every step forward, the humming grows louder. Her knees tremble. Then she hears it, a baby's cry. But it's not coming from Evie, it's coming from upstairs. A cold realization washes over Olivia. She shouldn't be here. "You weren't supposed to be back yet." The voice is soft but too close. Olivia whirls around. Laura is standing in the hallway, but her figure is wrong. Her limbs seem too long, her smile stretched too wide. "Oh, we never left," Laura says. The lights go out. A loud bang echoes from the second floor, followed by rapid footsteps. Olivia clutches Evie tighter, her entire body shaking. Her feet refuse to move, frozen in terror. A slow creak sounds behind her. She doesn't turn. Then, a whisper, ice cold against her ear. She was never yours. The crib tips over violently, slamming against the floor. Olivia screams, running toward the front door. A shadow blocks her path. It's Ben, only it isn't Ben anymore. His body twitches, head tilted unnaturally, eyes sunken and blackened like hollow pits. His mouth opens, and he laughs. Olivia backs away, hands trembling. Evie is gone. The air turns heavy, thick, pressing against her lungs. The house is shifting, bending, twisting around her. Laura steps closer. Shh. It's over now. The floor beneath Olivia collapses. She falls. The walls stretch endlessly, swallowing her screams as she disappears into the dark. There is no escape. There never was. The next morning, a police car pulls up in front of the house. A neighbor had called saying they saw a woman enter. No one had seen her leave. Inside, the dust-covered living room is silent. The crib sits in the center of the room, empty. The officer glances at the mantel. A single black and white photograph stares back at him. Laura, Ben, and baby Evie. The date on the bottom? August 12th, 1963. The officer frowns. Behind him, a faint giggle echoes, the door slams shut.